Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another late night here on the East Coast. How y'all doing? Hopefully pretty good. Hand of Fate, the first one, pretty cool game. Played it on stream. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I've actually played it more off stream than on stream. My problem with Hand of Fate and the reason why I stopped playing it, the combat's kind of boring, in my opinion. It's, let's try and get the audio good. We'll see. We'll see. I think that'll be okay. We might have to adjust this, maybe. We'll try it there for now, anyway. But the combat is very Assassin's Creed or the Arkham series of Batman games. Not too familiar with them, but it looks about the same. They kind of like keep hitting a button over and over, and occasionally press a counter button. Very bouncy, very. I don't know. I don't find that fun. If you do, that's great, and I'm very happy for you. But yeah. So, the sequel, I was pretty excited. But...
Our memories are fading even now. Gone to form the soul of the game we play. These pieces are new, as are the stakes. Life, death, and vengeance. We must ride, for time is short, and you have much to learn. Make your first choice, and let us set these wheels in motion once more.
So I don't know what happened to this guy in between the first game and the second game. The first game has a really cool story. You descend into this cave or something, and you're playing against some sort of omnipotent fortune teller kind of guy. And it's this sort of this masterful game you're playing where the outcome is uncertain. I think he sounds a little quiet, so I'm just going to turn him up and everything else down. And we'll hope that works. We'll see, though. So, I will be a dude. I think. Yeah, it sounds fun. Not sure what that animal was. It was like a deer cow.
These cards represent your history and our game. We know where they end, for you are here. Therefore, these cards must guide you to my side. Let us see what the journey holds.
Now, this, to me, is where the game...
fool steps into nothingness, because they know no better. In the same way, you must step into the void. You are a blank slate, and together we will write your history.
This is where the game started to lose me, though, already. So in the first game, the gameplay is similar for this overworld part. You know, we're going through a dungeon built on cards, and you build a deck, and you pick and choose encounters, and it was very smart and very cleverly designed. But the first game, again, you go in, you don't really know what's happening, you're just playing this, feels like a very dangerous, very interesting game. This here, the guy's like, dude, we're gonna build a story together, but you already know how the story ends, because you're here. And it's like, what? Like, legitimately confusing. I'm gonna see if there's, subtitles. Perfect. That'll do fine for me. So, we'll see. I will say the combat is better in this game. But the story itself is a lot less interesting and kind of written poorly, I find. But I haven't played too far, so I'm giving it another shot, and we'll see what we can get, right? Maybe. So you stumbled many miles through this forest in search of the thieves who robbed you. Though exhausted and hungry, you were determined to reclaim your father's amulet. You finally catch sight. Is that audio fine? What do you got here? Maybe it's a little, I don't know, sorry. It's always hard to tell audio. Anyway, you finally catch sight of the... I think I'm gonna have to click it because it bugged out. You finally catch sight of the thieves hacking at a large tree and arguing amongst themselves. I'm gonna go ahead and eavesdrop. That sounds fun to me.
Every element of the game has been improved, even those that seem at first glance familiar. Do not worry. You will soon understand the nuances.
So I always liked this from the first game. Basically, it's not one of those, it's not like a shell game where you can follow the piece. It's an artificial shell game. So you're literally just rolling a die and picking the outcome of the die, and you don't know what any of the faces are. That's okay. Let's try this one. Hey! But I really like that. Because instead of feeling cheated by the game, because you have no way of influencing the outcome, you know, in theory, what you should really be thinking when you're picking these cards is, I chose to bring this encounter. And if this is something like, you know, sort of a risk-reward, you start realizing what pieces cost you, like what each card will cost you for failure, what cards will, you know, gain you if you succeed, what are the odds of that, and you start weighing it in yourself. So I like it. I don't think of it as much as like, oh man, I failed this card this time. I think of it as like, oh, I'm going to take this card and I've got like a 75% chance for something good and a 25% chance to lose a lot of health. It's fine with me. Acceptable losses. Anyway, creeping forward, you overhear their leader spouting orders. It's simple, he says.
I am right here, and we have things to do.
Oh, now, we're just playing a little game. I've got AP, you know? Chill. The idiots walk down the road. You push over the tree and jump out. They'll be too scared to put up a fight, and we'll get rich. Why don't we just jump out and stab them? One retorts. Another hooded figure chimes in. Yeah, corpses don't put up a fight either. Frustration rises in the leader's voice. The Empire doesn't care if a few farmers lose some sprouts, but drop a corpse on the royal road and the place will be filled with soldiers before you've even spent the coin. We don't need that trouble. Now quiet, here they come. You soon spot a group of farmers coming around the corner, bringing their wares to market. So, again, I will say I like the first game. I do think it's a very good game. Combat just wasn't for me. This game, I feel like it's taken a step forward in combat. Still not exactly what I prefer, but it's taken a step forward. But I think some other things have taken a step back. So we'll be looking at that. And the first thing we're going to notice right now is the illusion of choice. The illusion of different outcomes. Now, a good game designer can hide that. In fact, a cleverly designed game will force the player to do what they want, much like a good DM is able to weave the players in at least a direction that he's half prepared. Maybe not always where he wants to go, but at least nudge them and guide them without them realizing. This game, a lot of the outcomes end up being exactly the same or not mattering. At least early on. I'm hoping that changes because, again, I really do like this style. I really enjoy how it plays. I think it is a very clever system. It's just feels a bit odd to me the way they did that. The thieves fell the tree into the path of the unsuspecting farmers and leap out, weapons brandished. Give us all your food. So, of course, we're going to leap to the farmer's defense. That's fine. You draw your weapon with practiced skill. Well, you hear the leader's voice. You lads handle this, I'll meet you when you're done. I really like this as well. I mean, this screen looks cool, but I meant more so how it like grabs all the cards and it shows you what you're going to be encountering. I've always thought it was cool. So 4 of Greed means we fight 4 thieves. I think they look quite good. I think the graphics in this game are very pretty. The audio, it's good. I think it's good. Violence for the sake of violence and theft for the sake of money. These attack frequently and can evade standard attacks, making heavy weapons less effective. We'll find out how true that is in time. It's not that true. Okay, so we got some buttons, and it's, like I said, it's just basic Assassin's Creed. You just hit the buttons, hit the other buttons when it tells you to push them. It's, unfortunately, I mean, this is it, right? You're seeing it. I just keep smashing X, and occasionally I push Y. Sometimes I don't hit Y because I don't notice the guys off the screen, or I'm just not paying attention. It's okay. It does get more difficult later on. So I think audio is a little loud. See, I don't want to chunk that down because I feel like the speech audio is quite low. I think we'll stick it like this. Farmers fumble in their haversacks in gratitude. Fumble in their haversacks in gratitude. Thank you, adventurer. I'm sure that after they took our food, they would have taken our lives as well. Cool. The money. Your satisfaction lasts only a moment before you realize your father's amulet is not among the takings. Okay. Their leader must still have it. You set to your feet, determined to find him. So, we are in search of our father's amulet. This game has a story and a quest. The first game was more abstract. It was more like... Dude. Audio in this game is like wonk. I swear it's like I turn it down, it doesn't feel like it goes down. Well, maybe it's just me. Anyway. It sounds like the same level to me. I don't know, whatever. This game actually has like sort of a story as opposed to the original, which was just take down the leader, take down the leader, take down the leader. But that was kind of cool. Because there's a lot you can write into a story without saying words. And having me chasing down these leaders, going after some sort of unknown goal, or why am I even trying to take down these guys? It was very interesting. It's one of the things that made Mercenaries as well very interesting, even though it had a little story. Mercenaries is an old PS2 game, but you're basically taking down a bunch of different generals for this one guy, so you can hopefully take him down. And it's like as you're taking them down, it's like there's no story for who they are really, but it's really interesting. Like finding them and like sort of trying to figure out who each character is, much more so than what's going on overall. Either way, while enjoying a moment beside the fire, you spy a strange figure approaching your camp. It's a goblin dressed in what must pass for goblin finery. I think he looks pretty cool, actually. I'd love to be able to play a goblin, but c'est la vie. From beneath a filthy fox pelt serving as an ill-fitting wig, the goblin winks at you with wild red eyes. Aha! I've been roaming for hours trying to find you. We must get over quickly if we have any hope of getting to all the people on my list before sunrise. Lowers a sack from its shoulder. Now, from within my sack, I can conjure whatever your heart desires. Goblin's voice trails off as he examines his sack. That is a line that is dubious in nature. You could put that into a lot of context. Well, I could if there wasn't a bloomin' great big hole in it. His head disappears entirely into the bag, and his bulbous nose protrudes from the breach. So we found Goblin Santa Claus. Came early this year, but everyone's already ready for Christmas, as is. A new plan, then. The Goblin pulls out his last trinkets. His last trinkets being, oh, I don't know, a huge axe, a sword, and a shield. I'm down with that. Now, in real life, I like the look of swords. They're pretty cool, but an axe is pretty much the most all-around effective tool and weapon you can get. So we can look at these though. Axe has a critical strike, requires 6 hits. Okay, and then you can do a critical. So that is sort of the fun guts or glory kind of attack in this game. Is, you know, if you're skillful, you can build up a combo, and if you combo enough without getting hit, you can do a more powerful attack. Ultimately, it just slightly speeds up combat. Maybe later on there's more interesting ones, but that's about all it does. Armor Breaker. Against corrupted enemies, bash causes additional damage to armor. Cool. I don't know if a warrior's axe is a bash or not. Heavy. Bash deals additional damage to armor, and enemies, while they block, susceptible to evade, cannot riposte. Okay. Well, riposte is the, I think it's just the counterattack in this game. The Y button. Critical strike. Same thing, it requires more hits though. You can see 10 hits as opposed to 6. I assume that's because, again, the axe has a much slower swing speed. So this deals extra damage against northerners, and you can riposte between enemy combo attacks. Additional defense from a shield is useful. Cool, and just a crappy little shield, but we can use it to reflect range attacks. That's cool. I'm gonna go with the big axe. So the game is basically telling you, right? It's like, dude, don't take the axe here, because you're gonna be fighting these thieves, and thieves can dodge all your attacks. That's all we're gonna be fighting in this initial stage. It's okay. A wise choice. Now I must go. There are many others I must visit before I rest. Goblin runs off into the night, his fox wig flapping in the evening breeze. Again, I can't say how much I love this. It is very clever and just interesting and evocative. Just these tiny little bits of dialogue that you get on these cards. They are a lot of fun.
This card has a token. Can you find it?
Now this was something I really liked from the first game as well, which is a sort of push your luck, a go for the dangerous things, and maybe you'll get a little trinket, and then you can unlock some new cards for your deck, which is always fun. Your journey through a forest is interrupted by an inquisitive child. Are you searching for the forest folk? My uncle says they used to walk these woods giving out gifts. I want to find one. Ask for lemon cake. We just met one. I think it was a little goblin. Probably not, actually. As they dash off to peer under a nearby log, the child shouts back, "Remember, if you meet forest folk, give me a lemon cake." In the other direction, an eerie song hangs in the air. You attempt to find its origin. Cool. So we have a 1 in 4 chance of maybe getting the token, maybe finding the forest folk. We did! You follow the song through thicket and stream until you find an open glade bathed in golden sunlight. Find an aged maiden, her posture bent like the boughs of a forest. If you took out the aged part, right, you find a maiden, her posture bent like the boughs of a forest. That implies something different. That's alright. It has been 12 winters since I had a visitor. Her voice is a whisper, yet it thunders in your ears. You may visit me when you are in need, adventurer.
This is yours now. Even if you lose the challenge, you have earned this token.
So sort of the idea for how the first game worked is you would get something like this, and we've solved this card now. So we'll unlock later cards that allow us to put maybe meeting the maiden into our deck. Which is kind of cool.
Nothing could be more fitting now than meeting the mage who started this all. Or at least, started it all for you.
The mage who started what? I don't actually know what he's talking about there. A trail of fallen trees and distraught farmers leads to the thieves who had stolen your amulet. Kind of interesting. They're just going down the road pushing over trees. Seems their infighting has only gotten worse. The bandits surrounded their former leader, weapons drawn. Everyone will get their fair share. There's no need for violence, the leader implores. Whoever heard of a thief that talks about fair shares? Spits one. You turn up and boss us around. We barely stabbed anyone. It's been days since I've stabbed someone. Days. The leader notices you approaching and waves you over. As much as I'd love to continue the discussion regarding my stabbings, I'm afraid I have urgent business with my associate here. As he greets you, he whispers, "Keep me alive and there'll be plenty of gold for your trouble." So here's, it's kind of, this is where the game really started to lose me. And again, it's early on, but just follow me here, right? So gold cannot replace the amulet you stole, right? I mean, I don't necessarily need to kill this guy. Gold cannot replace that amulet. That's what I'm here to do. Gold finger. First rule of negotiation, never let them know what you want. Kill my associates, and I will gladly return your amulet. Ever reliable, the thieves draw their blades to mug you. The leader hurries away to hide. Okay. Believable. I could see that happen. We don't want to kill the leader because we want to find out where our amulet went. Fine. Sure. But it's about to get a lot more unbelievable from here. Give us your stuff or we'll stab you, growls one of them. Consider your options. Give them all your food and gold or fight. I'm going to fight them. I'm not too worried. This is a game, the first game anyway, you really had to manage your food. It was one of the more important things. So every tile you move, if you have one piece of food, you heal. A tile is a card, by the way, like right here, so it'd be like 1 food, 2 food. So you heal a little bit of health every time you move. If you have food, if you don't have food, you lose health. A fair chunk, actually. So managing your food was pretty important. It often meant that unless you brought cards where you could regain food in your deck, you wouldn't be able to maybe explore the whole dungeon. That's okay. So thieves evade heavy weapons more frequently. You can change equipment in the inventory. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, don't really care. It's fine with me. Whee! And that is I, with my fancy little axe. Alright, so we're not really supposed to be able to use this, right? Like, these guys are supposed to be pretty good at dodging. But, no, you can just literally hit the button. And you can still counter them, so I don't know. I'm not playing, like, perfectly here, right? I'm just kind of smashing the button to show you that you can just smash the button. And I don't know, I find that personally a little bit odd. Now, I will be playing more carefully later on, because you do want to conserve health, you know. In the first game, that was very important, conserving health, and, you know, because you're going to be going through a bit of a dungeon afterwards. The interesting thing, though, again, that was just me smashing the X button. Occasionally I hit Y. But you can change equipment in this game. And I don't remember having the option in the first game. In the first game, I'm pretty sure, like, when you got a weapon in a run, that was what you were stuck with. So I think this game's probably going to go more into weaknesses. And I think that's cool. That's interesting. So we'll see how that plays out. The battle resolved, the thief leader nods in approval at the carnage before him. He holds out a hand. The name's Malacalypse, bard extraordinaire. His smile fades under your withering glare. Sensing your anger, he raises his hands in surrender. Wait, let's not be hasty. We're on the same side here. I'm an upstanding citizen, just like you. I've been working with thieves, yes, but only for the greater good. No, really. They were killing people before I came along. I know it seems bad, but look. He pulls out an amulet from his pockets and presses it into your hands. All is forgiven, yes? No. You stare at the amulet. It does not look familiar. Oh? Malacalypse says, scratching his head. Malacalypse? Malacalypse. Malacalypse? It's kind of a weird name. I don't mind it, but it's a little bit hard to pronounce. Malacalypse. And it reminds me of, like, Manacalypse or Manapocalypse. He opens a small satchel. So which one is yours? Well, mine, of course. Woohoo! I got some pretty cool ones. I'm a farmer boy, gotta say. You know, the cow suits me. I mean, this one calls out to me. I like that a lot. I think that's really cool. I think the lion looks really nice, but I've never been a lion crest man. Not really me. I do like the idea of that bird, but we're gonna go with the little raw dude here. Little raw dude, the pharaoh. The Sun King amulet. That suits you. Very similar facial structure. Say, you know what? I'm lonely, you're lonely, we should work together. You have befriended Malacalypse the Trickster. If our journey ended here, this would feel a lot more believable. Now see, this is weird, okay? So you have to imagine, what is our character's motive here? The whole point, we were coming to retrieve an amulet. Sure. You know, this man stole it from us. Now we've come. We've roughed some people. We've actually murdered a lot of people. Let's get real. So we're that kind of person. And we now have our amulet, so we can leave. Not quite. We should probably get to know one each other, seeing as we're going to be friends for life. Malacalypse is. Tell me, where are you from? I will tell you, Malacalypse. I don't know why we're going to be friends, though. I don't know why we would trust this guy. Or why we would make him our friend for life. And here's where I feel this is a little bit weak, unfortunately. I would love for the game to give me a reason to like Malacalypse. To make, like maybe we chatted for hours, or maybe he saves my life later or something, gets me out of a bind. But no, What it is he stole from us. We chased down a bunch of thugs he was with, and he says that, you know, he was trying to prevent killing, which some of that story seems to hold up. But it doesn't matter if you eavesdrop on him or not. You know, so even if you don't have any reason to believe that he's telling the truth, there is what it is. And then, so we kill a bunch of people for him. And then all of a sudden we're best friends. And that's that. And it's kind of weird. And he's going to make some demands of us, and the story is just going to force us to do them. And it's going to be, I don't know, a bit odd in my opinion. So let's see what we got. I mean, this dude looks pretty frickin' cool. Gotta say. I mean, none of these are white enough to be me. I'm like a sheet. You know what I mean? Like, well, I mean, I have a farmer's tan, but that's about it. I suppose that's the closest. So got the blue eyes, which is cool. I think this dude looks the best out of all of them, though. Pretty freaking badass. So maybe we play this dude. Doesn't have quite as rugged as a chin. Oh, he doesn't even have the 5 o'clock shadow. Well, let's see what happens here. This is an odd thing I was remarking to people earlier. I don't know why, unless, and I'm going to put a caveat, if this game has unlockable character customization options in the game, good. But the original game, you just had a character. You didn't know who they were, you just played as a character. Then they added DLC you could buy, which added extra characters, but each one had a different playstyle. Like, they were a different class, a different personality with traits and stuff like that, and they all look different. So I don't know why they put customization in the game when it's super limited. So let's check. We have this hairstyle, bald. A very similar idea of a hairstyle. And then the top knot, which we will actually go for, is we look pretty cool here. We should have more black hair. Is that the blackest it gets? There we go. I mean, I don't have black hair, but I mean, well, let's see. Maybe we get a cool color. No, nothing too exciting. The white is pretty striking, though. I think we just go with the strong black here. The cow looks kind of cool. The bird looks actually pretty terrible. The lion's like standard. I think, yeah, it looks very World of Warcraft lion. But I mean, obviously that was from Lions of Ages Past. We're gonna go with the Sun God, though. I think he's neat. And then we have just a couple paint schemes. So again, if we can unlock more paint schemes later or more hairstyles, fine. It just seems weird that they would even put customization in the game when it's so limited. You know what I mean? It'd be like, you know, if Binding of Isaac had like palette swapping. It's like, sure, like I don't care. You know, I'm fine with you giving me any character and just learning who they are and playing. I like this one, I think, because it's the only one that appears to have a second texture going on. You know? Like, I'm not crazy about the rest of these. Could be a Ninja Turtle, I guess. I think we'll go with this one here. From the Reach, eh? Don't say. Good sorts from the Reach, very trusting. He says that no matter where you pick. I found that out earlier, I was testing it. And you might say to yourself, yeah, but so what? You know, you're not really going to replay the game. No, but I think there's a lot of players out there, myself included, we want to get invested in a game world. And the first game had a lot of mystery. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and it felt very good. The second game just has a lot of mirrors, and unfortunately, without the smoke, you notice everything, and it's a little bit glaring. And I think that's really where we are. So I wanted to know about the Reach, because I went from a different place last time. So I want to learn about, like, you know, tell me, like, is the Reach a trading city? You know, does that add to my immersion? Yeah, actually a lot, you know, and I think that's pretty exciting, but unfortunately not, no. Oh, by the way, I mean, we, friend, owe money to Vignus of the Thieves Guild. He's quite angry at us. We should journey to Myrebridge together to appease him. Some gold might help. Now again, we literally just met this guy. We know he's a thief, he stole from us. He says he's above murder, but he's still associating with people who do murder, so... Right, I mean, we're murderers ourselves, though. You know, that's what a mercenary is. Although, come to think of it, I'm rather busy. Malaclip's eyes a pretty traitor hiking up the road. So it'd be best if you get the gold, and I meet you there. Again, why? Like, You know, if we were invested in this character, if this was like our third adventure with him, sure, you know. But I think it would be hard-pressed to find a person on Earth who would be talked into doing this. I mean, I think the game... Hear me out, I don't want to sound overly negative, but... If he didn't have our amulet... Let's say we save him, he's like, oh, I don't have your amulet, but I owe a shitload of money to this guy. If we go and we pay off that debt, I can get your amulet back. You know, so it's a little give and take, and then you can build up sort of a rapport with him. But as is, it's just kind of like, you my bitch, and you're going to do what I want you to do. And it's like, why? Malaclip's why, man? You know?
Let us learn what sort you are. Strong, clever, wise.
You enter a...
The circumstances under which you come here put the lie to that.
You enter a competition of strength at a fair. A gold prize is available to the winner. In the first round of the competition, your opponent is the diminutive Roland, a halfling from a traveling troupe of Aturats. Now we get to another really weird thing.
Game embedded in our game.
And I think the game just put it there better than I could have. It is a small game within their game. And dice are cool, and the floating dice are cool. But hear me out. Why do we have the cards if we also have the dice? Okay, because the cards are effectively a game of chance, right? So here we go. We have got 3d6. My target is 10. Average roll is going to be, what, 3, 6, 9? So average roll is 9. So we have, essentially, the way it works, though, like, basically, we have just over a 50% chance of making this, right? And we have 2 rolls to make it, so let's assume we have about an 80% chance to make this, okay? It's not exactly how it works, but something along those lines. So, what is an 80%? Well, it's almost a 75%. And what happens when you pick one of 4 cards, 3 of which have successes on them? 75%.
You make a poor apprentice. Cultivate
so,
focus.
I like the dice. I think the dice are great, and rolling dice and counting dice, that's a lot of fun. Then why do we still have the card mechanic? I feel like we could have replaced all of the card mechanics with rolling dice, or just never put the dice in. Like, I don't understand the need for 2, essentially, like 2 just game of chance elements that there's no input on. Like, me as a player, I've no input here. I'm just gonna, like, whoo, just do that for a little bit, and wow, does that make me feel good? I don't fucking know. What do we do? Well, bet on black. I've done it. Hey, Dino9599. Never bet on the odds. XCOM has taught me that. Oh my god, dude. I've been playing a game called Battle Brothers lately. Love it. It is incredible, but it is XCOM hard in the sense that, like, true RNG. You know what I mean? And not like XCOM's like true RNG, but like we're hiding some values. It's like, like I was playing it and I missed 15 75% chance hits in a row. Oh! But thankfully, I don't get too upset about, like, RNG these days. Yeah, exactly. Like, true RNG is both the best and worst thing in a game.
Because it's hard to get upset about it, but... Roland is no match for your strength. Well, I'd hope so. He's a halfling. Although, he's an acrobat. He probably works out. Gives a disappointed backflip off the table and collects his meager winnings. Then cartwheels out the door. You take your reward from the purser. I've never heard the word purser, but I'm sure that is actually a thing. On the way out of the tavern. When you return, you'll compete in the next round for a larger prize. So we've now unlocked the next card. That.
The roads have become even more deadly since the Empire has come to power, despite their promises of the opposite.
The road ahead is blocked by an overturned carriage and a woman calling for help. "Please help," she cries. "I've been robbed by a band of thugs. Is there anything you can do?" "Well, I can roll a 12 or higher, lady." Don't worry about that. Pretty good odds. That was actually a fairly good roll. I would take that in D&D. "Thank you," the woman says as you help her from the carriage. "Please accept this as a token of my gratitude." "Oh, please be more food. I have so much food, I could use more." "Oh, good. It's 5 gold." You thank the woman and continue on your way. Cool.
Celebrations in aid of what?
What?
You see how quickly the actions of the usurper are turned into tales for children.
I actually have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm interested. I like that. It makes me think there's some story going on here. Nearing the sleepy hamlet of Dulwich. Reminds me very much of Dunwich, which is from, well, H.P. Lovecraft. Dunwich horror is pretty cool. Find the villagers in the midst of some kind of celebration. Much of the activity concerns a large paper and wood statue depicting a fearsome warrior looming triumphantly over a prone lizard man. So either we're dealing with a Wicker Man scenario, or it's just a pinata. You know, let's see. Failure there is just a fight. Oh. And you see what I mean, Dino? Like, this is what I was talking about. Like, this game, again, I'm okay with the illusion of choice. When done well, I'm actually, like, I'm very impressed by it. But this game is very much mirrors and no smoke. It's just like, look, something could happen. Okay? Moving on. Whereas I find the first game hid that a little bit better. But we're also in the tutorial, right? So tutorials always suck, no matter the game. Let's ask a local what's going on. I'm curious. Friendly Stablehand explains, "In a bygone age, our town was beset by half men, half lizards. Lizard men. There was no food, no respite, and very little hope. Salvation came in the form of a nameless warrior who hunted the beasts for more than a little handful of coins and a crust of bread." He smiles warmly at the festivities. "We honor the warrior like this. The statue is filled with food and gold, and we take turns smashing it to bits with a club. You're welcome to join us, and you may keep whatever falls out." Ooh. Pinata time. Hell yeah, I'm gonna follow the parade. Parade ends in a town square. He watches the villagers take turns smashing the statue with a club and gathering the food and gold that spills out. The local notices your interest and asks if you'd like a turn. I will absolutely join in. I'm not going to let him go first and get the good hit. No. So again, we have a 25% chance for huge success, 25% chance for, and 50% chance for good. And again, how is this different from rolling dice? It's not, effectively, you know? Hey! Some gold falls out. Cool. You save these boys and try to scoop them before anyone else can. Okay. So, I mean, we hit it, now we just gotta steal the stuff. Nope. We can gather anything, a young child shovels the bounty into a basket and scampers off. Your turn over, you leave. Rip.
Water is a symbol for the many thoughts that churn beneath the surface. What is it you're thinking of?
Well, crossing a bridge.
What concern is worrying at your mind?
Well, crossing
Let
a stone.
it fall into the waters beneath.
Chill. Crossing a stone bridge, you suddenly find yourself confronted by a villainous band. 4 of Blight. I think Blights were rats in the first game? No, that was Plague, I think. I don't remember. You can stand and fight the fiends or throw yourself to the mercy of the river below. I'm just gonna fight him. Fine with me. Yeah, there was like a really long pause there. Like, I thought he was finished talking. You know, my bad. Oh, it's zombies. I mean, I haven't okay, sorry, they're rock zombies. Inflicted. The first touches of corruption bring forth the darkest elements of their victims. Affected enemies are feeble, causing them to become knocked down when health is low. Use a finisher before they recover. Cool. So we're low pan here. I can't remember what's the name of the guy from what's it called? Oh, I was hitting the wrong one, puppy. This one I'm supposed to hit. Whoa, little big buttons. Man, why can I not remember the guy from Mulan? I don't know, whatever. I'll just have to go, you know, the Romance of the... Saying Romance of the Three Kingdoms? No. Oh my god, that's like one of my favorite books. One of the few things I've actually read from China. Because they have like almost no history. It's gotta be Romance of the Three Kingdoms, right? Yeah, okay. Wow, my brain actually farted real bad there. No, the bad guy was like Attila the Hun or something, right? No, I was talking about the good guy. That's what we kind of look like. Having spilled your enemy's blood, zombies, debatable. You search the bodies for anything useful. Oh. A soldier's sword. Would you like to equip it? Sure, we'll try it. Hey, health potion.
Here we come to the end of the beginning. Running errands for mages. This will become a theme, I dare say.
I don't think there's anyone in Romance of the Three Kingdoms that used a two-handed axe, though. Like none of the major players, anyway. You arrive at Mire Bridge as the sun begins to dip below the horizon. I guess we could be like Zhuge Liang now that we have the sword. It's pretty exciting. You find Melancolypse perusing a selection of cheeses by the market. Ah, if it isn't my good friend the adventurer, did you bring the gold? Vignis has arranged to a meet at the graveyard. Sure, let's go meet Vignis here. I gotta say, the card art, incredible. Love the guy who does it. You wonder whether the spot was chosen for its seclusion or easy body disposal. True. Very true. Vignis greets Melancolypse. Malacalypse. That's such a difficult word to say. Shan Yu? Okay, cool, thank you. Shan. Probably Shan Yu. Looks like you turned up after all, and with a lackey in tow. We had our doubts, you know. Vignis, why do you sound like that? Vignis cracks his knuckles and giggles. Well now, Malacalypse, convince me. What's to stop me cutting off your head today? You reveal your gold, as Malacalypse scrounges in his pockets for some too. Heavy satchel of riches lands at Vignis' feet with a thud that echoes through the silence of the cemetery. That's our deal done, Malacalypse says, worry obvious in his voice. No need for any further troubles. I'm sorry, Mal, Vignis grins. You should have known the guild was never going to let you pay with cash stolen from our members in the first place. Oh, it's a double cross. And somehow we're wrapped up in this because we're a protagonist and we can't say no. That's okay. Oh, I was hoping I was going to be fighting with a torch for a second. Vignis of the Craze. Treacherous and greedy, a dangerous combination, true. Anarchists throw flaming bombs that cause fire damage. Your armor is of no use to you here. Well, I don't have armor, actually. I think we'll be okay. Oh, that's my roll button. Sorry, it's the A button. I was like trying to press it earlier. That was a pretty cool little flip. I liked it. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna mash X for like 10,000 years. So I think what it is like the sword has a faster counterattack? I don't know. There we go. Killed the big guy. Or we go kill all the little guys. Just hammer on this guy real quick. So it's one of those games that like it rewards you for like pushing the button like 2 times and then hitting a dodge and then pushing it and then. I'm so sad I didn't kill him with like the super hit. Whoa! What? I think I was supposed to sync kill him, but I just kind of like walked beside him. Oh well, it happens. I'll be there. Malcolm scratches his chin thoughtfully. Seems you could do with someone savvy to help you navigate these tricky matters of diplomacy. Like maybe killing everyone wasn't the best idea. Come, let us discuss our partnership over an ale or two. But why?
Well done.
Thank you.
You've cleared the first challenge, and now we can move on to the next.
Ooh, Cardinal Blade. I like the sound of that. Bastion of Purification. Yeah, just kind of shoved him over. Yeah, he was really drunk. All the alcohol he was like trying to spew, he just ended up drinking it all. So we got a Market Thief, Tarts, Pies, and Exotic Lies. It sounds like my kind of card. Fork in the Road, Arm Wrestling, yeah. Because we had to befriend this guy, we now can learn about his problems. And also look at his terrifying high-definition face. And this was for, yeah, finding the forest folk. You now have an old maiden who lives in a shoe. And has a cow deer, which is pretty
Welcome to my challenges.
cool. Ooh.
Together, we will traverse 22 paths of wisdom and despair in the hope
like it.
of awakening.
So this map looks great. But I mean, I don't know. This is about as far when I play by myself, and I was just like a little bit bummed out. So I was like, I'm gonna go away from the game, and then I'm gonna come back, and we're gonna look at it, and we're gonna give it another look, and because that's the problem, right? I had the same issue with Judge recently. I played Judge, loved Neon Chrome, which the developers made previously, and then I start playing Judge, and I'm like, oh, it's like not as good. You know, which it actually is. Like, objectively, it's a better game, but it's not the direction I was hoping they would take, so, you know. And this could very much be the case here. I just gotta give it more of a chance. So I could take a companion. Oh no, I have to take a companion, it seems. Rescue the missing Empire soldiers from a town plagued with corruption. Sounds cool to me. Growing Scourge. Prepare to fight corrupted. Void Empire. Lose gold for every Empire killed. Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay. So I think I have to build my encounter deck. And yeah, no, I have to take Malcalypse here. Okay. Max Platinum cards and Brimstone cards. That's cool. Well, there's a token on this. So here's the thing. Since I'm stuck with Malcalypse, you know, like I feel like I should learn about him so that I hate him less. And I like bards. I like tricksters. Like that's normally the character I play. That was like the first role-playing character I actually played was a rogue. I wanted to be a wizard, but ended up just going for that sort of roguey, bardy, fun stuff. And it was good. But I mean, our character, our current protagonist, has no reason to work with him, so kind of odd. So gain gold, gain food, dice, and thieves ambush. I like this a lot. Something the first game didn't do is it didn't tell you, so you just had to remember what cards did. Equipment, gain resource, dice. Well, I like the fact I can just fight them and get equipment. That was a pretty good card. So Market Thief has a token. I like tokens. And we can get 2 more. I've already done her. We can do the next level of arm wrestling. I kind of want to see the old maidens deal. I'm interested. And I really like the idea of tarts, pies, and exotic lies, especially if we're going into like a city. You know what I mean? I feel like that's going to be very fitting. Actually, arm wrestling is pretty fitting for a city as well. So maybe we'll take the Old Maiden next time. Because it doesn't really make sense finding her in a city. Equipment? Cardinal Blade is weird. We don't know. We'll take that, yeah. Axe is cool. Bastion of Pure... Oh, I have to take it all. Okay. Looks good to me. And this is, like, my favorite thing is, like, building decks. Because, again, I played on a very narrative play style, right? Like, I want it to make sense. That's why we're not taking the old hag, even though, like... Oh, the old maiden, sorry. Even though I'm, like, really interested in that card. Like, that to me is, like, a very cool thing. But we're going to save that for when we're actually running through something. Oh, that's how I start.
A casual call to heroism. How many
Those look cool.
adventures start thus?
A lot of adventures start in a tavern, actually. It's normally how that goes. It's not really a casual call.
100 years I have thought about nothing but the game. I was defeated. It is true. I became complacent long before then. I thought I knew everything about the game and what it could be. Now you see before you the extent of my research. I have crafted this game anew.
See, this is weird. So canonically, we beat him in the first game then. I never finished it myself, but okay, like that's cool. Because again, the whole game idea was so interesting. You know, it was like one part like really weird illegal gambling, one part like, you know, playing with powers you don't understand. It was like super interesting. Like you're going in and like getting in this battle of luck and wits against some sort of, again, sort of like omnipotent creature. It was incredible. And then this one, like, so we've already beat the guy and like he's upset or something, but now he's talking about our past, or I don't get it. I wish it was more clear, but oh, Dino, no, feel free, man. I mean, if you're like, oh, taking this one, you might get attacked by dudes. Like, I'm fine with that. I just don't want to know what like actually happens. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I like my I'm like super cool with like backseat gaming, just not like spoilery stuff, obviously, because I'm a very narrative guy. And puzzles I like to solve myself, but I normally solve them pretty quick. So your conversation with a fur trader is interrupted as Malaclips arrives in a flurry. The whispers speak of trouble at the edge of the Empire. The town Westwind is suffering against the blight. Let's find out more before we go, yeah. Yeah, so, but are we the same PC? Because we look completely different. So, and like, I know it's because you can customize your character, but I think it would make more sense if we weren't the same PC. I don't know, it's odd. I'm not actually sure how it works. What do you want to know? Let's ask about the Empire, yeah. A small garrison is meant to be protecting the town, but apparently they're all either dead, missing, or drunk. Okay. Makes Westwind special. Traveled far to escape the oppression of the Empire. Westwind gave me my freedom, and I intend to return the favor. Okay, but the Empire's here now, though. And where is Westwind? Sits on the outer edge of the Empire, presumably on the west. While the Emperor focuses on the capital, its nobles and merchants, those at the fringes, are neglected. Okay, it is canonically a different character. Okay. Or you think. But, like, I don't know. It's weird, right? Let's go ahead and head there, yeah. You turn to the markets and ask if any traders headed to Westwind might need an escort. 3 options. A stonemason, probably money. Could always do with food. Weaponsmith. I mean, I'm greedy, so I want that weapon, but food is usually incredibly good in this game. You arrange an uncomfortable ride jammed in among the many tools of a weaponsmith headed far west. Shit. Okay, we only got the soldier's sword, but that's fine. It's a tiny upgrade. You arrive at the town of Westwind. To defend the town, you need to locate as many Empire soldiers as you can before the Blight invades. I thought we weren't supposed to fight them.
Always treat
Should've gone
those
for
who
food.
feed you with respect. Even I stand by this rule, and I have respect for few.
You chance upon a wooden cart, overflowing with pears, pies, and many items otherwise. Oh, that was fun. A wonderful smell wafts from the cart. Malclip shakes his head. Poor old Chester, this is why he never should have been seduced by the wiles of a woman, coin slave. They'll break your heart and leave you selling your lemon tarts with little business sense. If we didn't come here with Malclips, would somebody else say something here? Or does he always say that? Like whether you have him or not. I'm curious about that. The old farmer hawks his wares to a passerby. Tarts, pies, and exotic lies. Chester glares at two passing lovers walking hand in hand. To be young and naive, eh? Hey! I mean, I love exotic lies, dude, but I definitely want them pies. Tell me about your lies, though. Passes you a bag of luminous blue apples. Have you ever heard the feeling of your heart torn from your chest? I have. Chester stares so forlornly that you're forced to comfort him before the transaction can proceed. Chester stares in kind of a wistful gloom at the exotic fruits for a while, before he finally decides on a price. What the fuck? I don't have that kind of cash, game. I missed the merchants from the first game, not the load screens. So the first game had like huge load screens to go into these like tiny merchant areas where you could buy stuff. But like way better than just randomly rolling for fucking I don't know, whatever. 30 gold. Sure, I'll pay. I don't give a shit. I don't have that much. Don't have enough. Chester seems strangely affronted at this. Takes a fruit from your hands and coldly asks you to leave. Okay, well that's really weird, useless encounter. Carnival strength travels from village to hamlet, searching for the strongest from all over the land. Each visit you will wrestle only one opponent, and each win advances you to greater opponents and greater rewards. Second round of the competition you sit opposite the aged frame of Huntley Toothless. He boasts about once being a silencer for the Thieves Guild. Cool. 12 target, so it's got 2 harder since last time. Easy peasy. Huntley crumples in defeat almost instantly. You're lucky I'm not 20 or 30 years younger, he says, grumbling. 20 gold. Could have bought that food now, would have been nice. Take your reward from the pursuer, or for the purser on the way out of the tavern. In your return, you compete in the next round for a larger prize. So we are actually going to have to be careful in combat.
Your supplies are running low.
Because we don't have any food.
Make your choices carefully.
Hey, there's some food. Adventurer, how's the world out there? It's fine. I see. So the man was offering before 8 gold for 30. Curious. Yes, indeed. Or 8 food for 30 gold. So this is a much better deal. But I mean, I suppose we could have randomly gotten a 10, right? So that would have been pretty good. Hang on. What's your equipment look like here? Can't buy the Cardinal Blade. Well, it looks pretty cool. Bastion of Purification. How much food do you guys think we need? I know I need food for sure. We have an event coming up that's going to give me... let's just buy it. I hope we get the accessories the first game had. I'm not seeing those here. The first... maybe it's under equipment. But the first game had, like, really cool, like, trinkets you could get that changed the run. Like, it would be, like... exploring... new tiles like doesn't cost food, but like backtracking costs like a shitload or something like that, or it'd be like you don't heal anymore when you go from tile to tile.
The Empire reaches too far. The North has gone from a loose collection of tribes to something to truly fear.
Find some Imperial soldiers strung up by Northerners. So we're supposed to be rescuing the soldiers, but we're also not supposed to like deal with them, and they're also supposed to be assholes.
Can help you here.
I don't know. Come on, Dandelion. knockoff Dandelion. I think that's the guy from The Witcher, right? I haven't played Witcher 2 or 3, but... Oh! Okay, I'm liking this. Holy shit, what a rock star. Malaclips, a magician, a jester, and a vagabond. When activated, Malaclips casts a protective spell on you that can block a single hit. Oh, that's really boring. I mean, that's cool.
If nothing else, I'll get a song out of this.
Do it! I said cast a spell. Friend? Friend? Hey, what's my roll button again? Alright. Okay, I asked him to like cast that before. It did not work. I think there's like weird time. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I will say though, I'm really happy. The combat feels better in this game, like much better. But yeah, we'll see. Give it time, right? Gotta give it time. Can't judge a book by its cover, and you can't judge a narrative-based card game on the first 10 cards of the deck. Hey, cool. So, 1 equipment from 2, so I get to pick one of these things. Better shield. Or... Yes. I mean, it's an armor. Oh, it's the same damage, actually, as my current sword. Oh, that sword... Like, this shield looks really freaking cool. But I like going fast, so... Let's do it.
Like a compass, it indicates the truth of all directions.
With the Northerners dead, you free the soldiers. Cool.
Here we begin to see one of the small ways I've changed the game. Each challenge differs both in their rules and their objectives. Even those cards which were once the stairs now vary per challenge, as you will see.
Oh, that's kind of cool. There's limited range. Oh, okay, gotcha. The Westwind Tower bell chimes fervorously. Sorry. Town crier bellows. There's corrupted inside the town. They broke through the sewers in the loose lane. Louse lane, probably, right? Our brave soldiers are gone there to sort it out. You arrive at Westwind's few remaining soldiers, huddled at the entrance of its poorest area, Louse Lane. We cannot let the corruption spread. For the good of the town, we must dispose of anyone who's been tainted, even a little. Now let's go with them. So, it's kind of interesting. I mean, thematically, this is pretty cool. You get more story stuff. But it almost feels like a little bit, like, offensive. It's kind of like devs like, yo, check it. Our game's so much better now. Dude, we don't even have stairs. We've got, like, mixed stairs. Look at this, right? Like, we're way cooler now. It's like, yeah, it's still effectively stairs, though. You know what I mean? Oh, yes! Look at that. That is everything I'm talking about. Prepared for violence in every major direction. Yeah. Oh, we got a lot of soldier dudes in this. I wonder if it's because we rescued them, we got some? I don't know. Poor undead does not know what to do. My attack speed. I don't know if that did anything, I'll be honest. That looks really goofy. Where is he at? Where is he at? Get him! I have zero idea what the combo ability there did. With the corrupted threat removed, you've ensured these soldiers survive to aid the town's defense. Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, you have, like, you have something, so it's like we have a fight here. But I mean, essentially, how is this different from stairs? Do you know what I mean? Because it is just taking us to a new board. You know? I'm glad we didn't buy a weapon before, because...
A simple defense. You can do better, given time.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like, it's clever, but... It's It's no different than just having, like, when you go through the stairs, the first tile you go on being that, or having that tile, like, boss ones at the end. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm fine with it. It was just kind of weird the way they were just like, ho ho ho.
Commerce thrives.
Oh, a general store. Nice. Definitely gonna sell my soldier sword. Don't need that anymore. Tempted even to buy the shield, or sell the shield. Oh, see, now this is kind of annoying. So because I sold the sword, I can buy it. So I really hope it doesn't, like, it hasn't got thrown back in the pool of weapons I can draw. If that's the case, you're better off, like, not. Like, just carrying shit and not selling it. Kind of annoying.
Companion has his own story to tell.
Arrive at the city's
You must
markets to
wonder
meet with
if
Malcolm's
this is a tale
associate.
of a hero or a villain.
Well, Malcolm's is definitely a villainous hero. Yeah, like, I mean, Dino, like, there's a huge difference between, like, getting, like, if I got to this tile myself and it didn't say something, you probably would have heard me say, like, oh, they've made the staircases have story, that's pretty cool, as opposed to being like, bitch, look at this shit, and it's like, okay, okay, you're not wrong, but tone it down, Tommy. You can find him sitting on a blanket by the sewer gates. So, okay, I have questions. Is this back in time? Because Malcalypse looks much younger here. But also, like, what if we didn't take this in one where we're going to town? I don't know, whatever. You find him sitting on a blanket by the sewer gates. You can't tell whether he's a goblin, a human, or an animate pile of greasy rags. A few wilted daisies and duckweed tied with rope are flopped to the ground around him. Sorry about that.
I've waited 100 years for my revenge. It
Merc!
appears I must wait 100 more.
Malcalypse calls to the creature, arms outstretched. I have a favor to ask of you, my handsome friend. The greasy goblin man raises a hand to stop the bard's prattle. 10 gold first, you know that. Malcalypse looks at you expectantly. What on the money, dude? Goblin man looks affronted. Malcalypse places a consoling hand on him. Don't be mad, he doesn't know about our kind of work. Merc crosses his arms and turns his back to you. Malcalypse makes soothing noises. Look here, Merc, we'll be back before you know it with the gold, okay? So, presumably I can come back to that card. Is the art style changing?
They
Maybe.
place themselves in these dire positions, and then expect a hero to come rescue them when things become too much.
While patrolling the outskirts of Westwind, you hear the clash of steel and unmistakable groan of corrupted. Your investigation leads you to a distressed nobleman perched on the roof of his carriage. Thank the gods! I was heading to tea with Duke Gilbert when we were ambushed. My footmen left me here to fight them off, but the brawl has now dispersed into the forest. Nobles peer fearfully at the tree line. If you stay here and protect me, I can pay. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. 20 bucks is good. But, I mean, we're supposed to be saving the soldiers, right? Let's go after the soldiers. Rush in the forest quickly encounter a squad of Empire soldiers battling the corrupted. That'll be a good. Can these guys die in this fight, do you think? Because there's a lot of them. I mean, they're pretty shit, but... Hoo-hoo-hoo! I mean, I like that animation a lot. Showing you getting, like, the new equipment. Pretty sick. We may have to sell our shield to pay for the goblin, but... It's hard to keep them alive and you get nothing if they die. That's really annoying. We'll just try and focus them. The ones near the soldier. Oh god, the soldier's just running in there. Explode! Yes! Get in there. Okay. Get on the ones near the soldiers. That one's dead. Right? Okay. Go! Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so you do have to aim it. No, fuck. God damn it. Well, this is probably one of the more annoying things about the game. If this is how it's going to be. Hey, do you want to defend shitty NPCs with no AI? No, not really. No, I don't. Oh, well, that's what you gotta do. Oh, okay. I was trying to say that... Well, I was, like, trying to accept the life potion and shit, and then the game was like, nope.
Now your chance presents itself. At
Let's
last,
search for more
stand in the
recruits.
defense of the peasantry.
That's fine.
What noble traits you display already.
Here's soldiers strung up by northerners. Yeah. So I'll do this. It's really annoying, but again, it's like one of those things. You know, now that I know the card is bullshit, I won't accept it again, but I don't think we'll be dealing with this card in the next mission, so. Okay. Far from the frozen darkness of the far north they come. I think we already fought these guys. Northerners can perform combo attacks, use riposte of single-handed weapons to deal extra damage immediately after you defend. Okay. So we're, okay, there's a huge delay on that, unfortunately. Holy shit, I can execute this guy already? Oops. No recruits? Oh, I see. You don't get any recruits if they die. Yeah, that makes sense. It's still kind of like weird, right? Hey, cool equipment. Yeah, I'll take the
shield
bastion.
in more ways than one.
Okay, we got our gold, so we can go back and pay for the goblin now. See, this is why I always take food whenever I can in the first game, because like I don't care about the healing aspect, but like I want to explore every tile.
None would
you know?
pickpocket a mage for fear of failure.
None would pickpocket a
worse,
mage?
Success.
Yes, everybody would do that. The Market Bazaar is a hive of activity. Also scum and villainy, but either way. Traders from across the lands call out the passerby to sell their wares. As the sun beats down on the crowded street, you pause briefly to draw water from a fountain. Feel something tug on the inside of your tunic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, really? That's fine. We can still buy our shield, or sell our shield. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of the thief as they weave through the crowd. Okay, 25% chance. 3 is a lucky number. Hey! Thief is nimble, but you manage to gain on them as they negotiate the crowd. With the thief almost at arm's reach, they knock over a barrel of apples and attempt to hinder you. Oh.
Now you wager for more than mere success and failure.
I'll do
You
one.
choose the very stakes themselves.
You leap over the rolling apples and tackle the thief to the ground. Thief struggles to break free. If you let me keep these here items and let me go, of course, I'll let you in on a secret. That's fine, yeah? Gingerly release the thief. Do not worry about your stuff, the thief says as he dusts himself off. Think of it as an investment. My name is Merrick. Perhaps I could teach you a thing or two, and if you prove yourself, he pauses. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Meet me at noon in 2 days at the Market Plaza and we can talk more then. And with that, Merrick disappears back into the crowd. Cool. That's fun.
A vampire
Oh,
cannot
deep
cross
water.
running water. These days you must deal with far more mundane...
A vampire cannot cross running water. I have heard that. It's a weird one, though. It's not really widely accepted. Widely. So I could stand and fight, or I could leap in the river. Obviously, we're going to stand and fight. But I'm curious what happens if you do leap in the river. I'm quite curious by that. Presumably you just swim around them, but I'm wondering if you could, like, find money or something in? I presume, like, the cost of... Oh, nice. Gotta love a shield with a built-in sword. It's kind of weird, actually. Y'all was a wildly inventive craftsman. He's also quite mad.
Gentlemen,
Give me the thing! Okay. Oh, wait, we're fighting thieves here as well? Holy shit. What? Well, that actually confused me. But are they fighting on my side, or... I'm actually confused by this. Okay, no, they're not. It's kind of weird. I pressed the context for both of those guys, but... Oh, he dies. Oh. That's interesting. Give me the shield, man. Got problems right now. Okay, that doesn't upset your combo. That's... Give me the thing! Yeah, pretty cool. Did that kill them all? No, it just looked like it did. This is one of those games where I just don't give a shit until I'm on like 10 health, and then I play like super like intensely. Having spilled your enemy's blood, you search the bodies for anything useful. Okay, 1 equipment from 2. I feel like this will sell for more. I don't want to equip it, no. Hey, cool, and 15 gold, and 10 life. So deep water is just a really good one to bring. Okay, you can't revisit shops. That's fine. You couldn't in the first game, I just wasn't sure. Or could you? I don't think so. You arrive at the city's markets to meet with Malclip's associate. Okay. Give the goblin man 10 gold. Malclip steps forward as Merc counts coins. Miracled Bean, the bard looks furtively around before quickly waving at his shoulder. I require help in removing a certain illness. Merc considers Malclips for a while. That kind of information costs more than a few coins. You splutter indignantly. Oh, quite test a skill from him. He turns and points at you. That's kind of weird. Damn it, Merc! Actually, I love Merc already. He's probably my favorite character. Pick a flower and eat it. The greasy florist displays his meager wares. Ah, Malclips nods as if this were a fair request. I mean, you gotta go for the purple one, right? Well, there's a crispy, burnt texture. Oh, shit. Okay. Choose which dice. Oh, you only get to re-roll one of them? Or can I select multiple? Oh, I can select multiple. Okay, you actually have a much better chance of getting this than... Oh.
The dice are fair, and thus you have lost this round.
You can feel an intense wave of heat emanate from your stomach to your neck, and you collapse to the floor. Wake to Malclip splashing with water. Merc is left, and you see him attempting to steal a seed bun from the baker's stall. We'll come back later and try again. Alright.
Another chance to redeem yourself.
Atop Westwind Town
Let's
Hall is a
see
large
how you
bell
handle
tower.
it this time.
Used to signal the day's end for the workers in the mines and surrounding fields. Now it will summon Westwind's defenders. Do you wish to summon the soldiers you have recruited? Yeah, I guess. As night cloaks Westwind, you can sense the corruption rising from the shadows all around you. You survey the soldiers you've managed to recruit. Gathered a large group of soldiers to defend the town. He's hoping you won't need any more. But I've just fought them by myself? Give a rousing speech? You must survive till morning when Imperial reinforcements arrive. Hell yeah. Oh, okay. Again, 3's my lucky number. I feel like it's 4 this time, though. Your rousing speech imbues the soldiers with confidence and zeal. Allied Empire deal more damage. Cool. $16's gonna be hard to beat. Final vestiges of humanity are erased. The terror awakes. Use Bash to break the terror's corrupted armor and defeat it with a finisher before it regenerates. I do have armor piercing on my sword. Was that the Bash button? B? Oh, okay, yeah. That works. Alright. Okay, that's how it works. So B is just a separate attack entirely. I'm having trouble finishing this guy. My dude's getting locked on other targets. I'm gonna take a couple of these out. Okay, give me your shield, man. Let's break all this armor. Oh, he was like immune there, I guess. Oh, I see. Okay. Just like a boss, and you're just like trying to break it twice, basically. Oh. And these guys die like instantly. Holy shit. And every time you like teleport across the map, games like this always get me. We lost like most of those guys. Whatever. It's not my problem.
A mighty creature of chaos felled by your power.
Once
Does it
corrupted.
satisfy you, this bloodshed? Knowing those you destroy were once simple peasants going about their day.
Yeah, it doesn't even remotely affect me. Once the corrupted behemoth falls, the rest of the minions flee, their spirits broken. Soldiers erupt in cheers, praising your valor. And rest until morning, ready to greet the reinforcements with the town already saved. Cool.
The magician returns to the deck, but now we only begin our stories of fate, folly, and magic. Do not think I'm satisfied with this, but at least we have a place to begin.
Oh, man. I like the look of that sword. Or the, I meant to say shield, but I like the sword too. Gnomish exchange, I like it. Lost Boy, not so much. Cabernet. So, pickpockets. I guess I can learn to be a thief. It's kind of cool.
As you play, you will find more options open to you.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Should you find yourself blocked or overly challenged, take the time to explore the board.
What's the camp
Unlocking
do?
cards will give you options you have not yet considered.
Can I talk to like Malcalypse here and get to know him a little better? Oh, whoa, cool. Maybe I can. Oh no, it just lets you change all your stuff. I don't have any more hair options, right? Let's see what the lady would look like. Wow, that fucking hairdo though. Holy shit, that I do not feel like is very effective in combat. What the, like... See, I'd just be so like, all the haircuts are the same here. Like, oh god, that's... I thought the men were pretty lazy, but... Turns out no, unfortunately. Wow, looking at here. I like this one with the split eyebrow. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. None of those are quite doing it for me, I'm afraid. So that's it. That's all you can do here. Weird. Again, feels kind of like a mechanic they put in to say they have a mechanic. I don't know. The Empress, very cool. I mean, the Empress calls out to me. That sounds pretty exciting. Earn fame in order to wield the legendary weapon, Rethrazire. Arethas? You can choose your hairstyle as long as it's a mohawk, yeah. I don't know anyone with a mohawk and a ponytail, so... Mighty Hero, Gain enough fame, okay. The Raids, encounters with Northerners are common. Well, that has 10 and 8. So this is definitely the one you're supposed to do first. There's a lot less. Collect blessings in order to enter the ritual house at the summit of Mount Freitas and to negotiate a treaty with the Northerners. That's kind of cool. So attributes gain blessings to increase your chance of success. Do not expect to be welcomed by Northerners. Yeah. Survive Mount Freitas and by restoring life at camp. That's neat. The Cardinal Blade I like. Oh yeah, we're going against Northerners. And this shield does extra damage against them. It's got that riposte. Let's try Winter's Bane. I feel like that's going to be effective against them. We just won't take the Soldier's Sword at all, actually. We'll take Cardinal's Blade, Winter's Bane. I like the Bastion thing. Like that. Yeah, let's see what we get. Okay, encounters. So Pickpocket, yes. Let's try some of the boring ones. We're gonna try this again. Deepwater we know is just like extremely good. Like it's so good. It's just food. We do like food though. Okay, let's try some other stuff. We'll try the Fork in the Road, and I like the look of gnomes. And I think the Old Maiden makes sense. Actually, the man-eating tree, right? Because we're heading out. No, I think one of these is probably gonna be more of a foresty thing. We'll try this one.
You find yourself once again in the company of prayer. And
Avalanches. That's cool.
How unfortunate.
Is that unfortunate? No, I'm excited, dude. I love that card art. I'm totally
Now
down
it
with
begins.
this.
Negotiations on behalf of the Empire.
Maleclipse
We will
is somehow
see how that story ends.
Maleclipse has somehow roped you into traveling deep into the far north on a diplomatic mission. While I usually refrain from working for the Empire, since this one takes me further away from it, I've made an exception. I'll square my debt with General Brandstorm and help open many doors for you. What do you say? Another fucking debt, Maleclipse? Please, dude. Ask how you can help. As you know, I have a great many skills, but my swordsmanship is unlikely to hold up against Northern raiders. I know no one else who is more up to the task. Tell me about these leaders. There are many clans dotted around, but the supposed leader of them all is the High Priestess who lives up there. Maleclipse points to the top of the soaring mountain before it. Oh, the High Priestess leads the clans of the Northerners. Okay, interesting. General Brandstorm instructed me not to come back until I talked to the High Priestess of the North and offer the terms of the treaty. That's really weird. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Excellent. Bring your sword and let me do the talking, says Maleclipse. I brought plenty of supplies. We can set up camp when we get hungry. Yes, I would like that a lot, actually. Oh, 25 food. Oh, shit. I'm worried about that. Maleclipse shares a tidbit as you commence your journey. The High Priestess is quite partial to blessings. If you can prove you're worthy, we'd have a better chance at swaying her in our favor. We need 6 of them before meeting her. Grit your teeth and begin the ascent. Cool. So, a game I'm really excited for. It's a board game. It's coming out. It's called Seventh Continent. Backed on Kickstarter, and I like never back things. You guys know that. But it's basically like very similar to this. It's gonna be like a choose your own adventure kind of feel, but with cards, and you build a map and you explore. Super excited. I gotta say though, I'm glad I gave this another shot because the tutorial I think is really weak in this game. And
I understand your beginnings were humble. Even so, I'd hoped for better.
It's like, I don't know, man. Stuff like that is really hard to get through. Like a slow, a boring, or just a really poorly written tutorial can throw people off a game so quickly. And it's especially something you have to worry about now. I don't refund games on Steam. I've refunded one game. Two games, actually. One that... No, that didn't actually work. Okay, so I've tried to refund 2 games. I've only refunded one. One I bought on accident. It was on sale and I bought the wrong version. There was like a regular version and then the deluxe with all the DLC. So obviously, you know, it's like refunded that. So I mean, I don't feel like that's bad. The other one I tried to refund though was a game called Dusters? something like that. It's like a game where you play as, it's like a platformer, actiony platformer, speedy game, and you try and sweep shit. You're like different like cleaning staff. But the game says it has local co-op, and that's a lie. Actually, it doesn't. So I bought it, and then I was like, "Oh, could I get a refund, please? I just turned on your game, and I can't find the local co-op. I played it for like literally 5-10 minutes." And then I went online and searched, and that's actually a lie. It says on the Steam page, local co-op, and it doesn't have that. It has a versus mode, which is not the same thing, as you can imagine. And then Steam told me no. They said, go fuck yourself. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But a lot of people do refund things, so it's something you got to be worried about, you know, as a developer. Make that tutorial pretty good, pretty tight, so you can hook them in. Gestures at a carpet seller at the bazaar. The Reeve, he explains. Watch and listen. If the Lord got wind of you when you're short on your taxes, there would be trouble, says the Reeve. Mind you, I do like this rug. Better you hand that over than all your stock. What do you say? I have not. And that's a rare masterpiece from the Eastern Belt, says the flustered rug merchant. As the altercation continues, you notice Reeve's pouch hanging open. So you see it then, Merrick says with a grin. You know it's only really stealing if you get caught. That's the spirit, he says. Now remember, the trick is to know when to stop. But if you're any good, you won't need to. Move behind Reeve while pretending to admire the carpets on display. As he continues to haggle, you slide your hand into his pouch. Ah, nice. Nice, nice. I like this. Well, they didn't used to do that, though, Dino. Ah, shit, we got the 3. Gotta steal more. Oh, you only lose 5 life. Well, I'll bleed health for money any day of the week, game. Don't you worry. Oh, I already got the 10, though. Nah, that's fine. Is that it, Merrick says? Well, I guess you're not as good as I thought. Pocket your spoils as he disappears in the crowd. Do I need to get more to unlock the thing? Oh, eh? What the fuck? Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay. I hope this isn't the exit.
Be careful where one takes refuge, even in the worst of storms.
Oh, I see. Climb becomes unbearable as a ferocious blizzard sweeps the mountain. Seek shelter in a cave and desperately fight off the onset of frostbite. There's actually one other game. You know War Z? I bought War Z when it first came out. I forget what they've renamed the game. But it's the one they have like a pretty it's like a shitty battle royale. He wants you to steal it all. That's brutal. Oh, failed. The wretched smell of fish meat and stale sweat alerts you to the presence of a bear rousing from hibernation. The ferocious beast bares its teeth and swipes at you with giant paws. But yeah, the War Z was another game I bought that I got burned on because they like super lied about what it was and what it was going to be. And then it's like you buy it and it was like 15 bucks and you play it and then you're like, oh, you guys like kind of lied about this stuff. So you post on the forums just asking for a refund. And they just banned everybody, like destroyed their accounts and basically stole all the money. And in time, people started playing it again because they added a battle royale thing. But yeah, it's kind of fucked up that they can just do that. And I mean, legally, it's questionable because they can just say whatever the fuck they want. Okay, so we get attacked by a burr. That's fine. Apocalypse forges for firewood, saying, as long as dry enough, we can set up camp here for the night. I'm okay for now.
The mountain itself
there you go.
pushes you back. A lesson
Avalanche.
in caution awaits us all.
High up on the mountain, you see a silhouette of man
Nature,
approaching through heavy snow.
Truly wild nature will not tolerate fury in its domain.
He bellows through the roaring
unless
wind.
It is its own.
Who dares trespass in the sacred grounds of our priestess? Hidden raiders spring down the mountain with dexterity of mountain goats. Oh, okay. I thought avalanche would be like getting hit by just waves of snow, not fighting two raiders. Wait, why do I have an axe?
Who dares
Did we get the axe already? I don't remember that. Oh, oh shit. I always forget that the game has, like, insane range on everything. Like, unless you hit the context cue, like... You just fly across the map. Oh, is he gonna go off the edge? Oh, nice. Rescue Frozen Northman. Hey, Vina, how you doing? Or Vena? Which do you prefer, Vena or Vina? I say Vina likes Xena, but not for either. And just randomly have a villager's axe. We'll definitely take Winter's Bane, though. Check this thing out. Got a health potion. Clash of steel rings out, echoing through the peaks. The mountain answers with a low, ominous rumble as a wall of white rushes towards the melee, sweeping away everything in its path. Okay, so that did happen. Oh, 11, easy peas. Keep the 3 then. Normally I'd re-roll it, but oh. It's a 8% chance of that happening. It's pretty unlikely. The avalanche engulfs you, tossing you weightlessly down the mountain. It's alright, I don't mind. Oh! Your assailant's weapon juts from the snow. Near, you realize it's still clenched in his hand, his body buried to the wrist by the avalanche. Yeah, I guess we dig him out. You brave the cold and free the raider from his icy grave. Takes a moment to catch his breath and says, "You saved me, but we are enemies by blood. Take my blessing and lead me to my thoughts." To fame. Whoa, nice! In combat, boost life to 75 when life drops below 25 and discard. That's pretty cool.
Not every temple has crumbled into the dust, more's the pity.
Temple of Divine Providence provides blessings in exchange for a simple donation. Yep, done. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, I like the idea of money. What else we got, though? Can I see what these are before I buy them? Ooh. We'll type, yes. 15 health for every gold gain card you receive. No. 4 food for every dice gambit. No. Max life is less than 150. You may discard food gain or equipment gain cards to receive +5 max life. No. Gain up to 20 gold at the beginning of a new map if you have less than 20 gold. Yes. So I can only buy 1? Ah, shit.
In the cold, men become desperate. Women hold these mountains together, even through the worst.
Time becomes unbearable for... Okay, it's just another Blizzard card. Going with Lucky 3. Oh no. Alert to the sound of shuffling footsteps. You can barely make out silhouettes of the menacing figures who invaded your shelter. I'm not the sort you'd want to be in such close quarters with. Oh, it's just a fight? Oh, I'd take a fight over just randomly getting hit by shit any day. I mean, I might still get hit by stuff after, but... Oh, okay, that actually doesn't look good. In the frozen plains, prey are few and far between. He looks pretty cool. The keen eyes of a trapper see all. Trappers throw hunting traps that snare their targets. Use evade to avoid the traps, or change move direction rapidly to break free. That is a huge fucking bola, for the record. What the shit was happening there? My dude was like really bugging out. That's kind of weird. I don't know. I'll take it though. Oh shit. Yeah, almost got our combo. Fuck yeah, do it! Oh, cut this guy's head off real quick. Okay, that was kind of buggy. Like the animation like ended really quickly for some reason. Okay. I like the range attacks in this game. It's a lot more obvious when to dodge than in the first game. I feel like the camera is kind of gnarly in this game, though, whatever. Definitely kung fu fighting, yeah. I'm not really sure what was happening, and I don't know what my special did. I think it was just a critical strike, which is fine. I just thought it was going to be cooler than that. Hey, so this is like a net gain, actually. I mean, I think I lost more, but like overall, that's better for me. We just make their escape. Torches for firewood. So, yes, I will set up camp because I'm hoping I can spend all my money.
Campfires will always offer warmth
A
and
figure
heat,
appears out of a swirl
but
of
they
frost
also
and snow.
change with each challenge. Be prepared.
Is a northerner. I come in peace, he says. Make the pilgrimage to the High Priestess. I mean you no harm. Waiting for approval, he slumps down beside you. Warm hands by the fire. In my youth, I once fancied a northerner warrior. She almost cut off my head when I serenaded her. Oh, Malcalypse is saying that, sorry. Malcalypse plucks a mournful note on his lute. Young love, hey? Oh. Could cook some food. Let's trade, though. Okay, so I can buy from this dude. Nice. I don't really care about that. What do you got for equipment? Bastion of Purification. Well, I'm gonna buy your food anyway. Because we're gonna get all our gold back after. These kicks were as fast as lightning, you're right. Let's cook some food. I mean, walking back there, we're gonna heal up anyway. Change appearance. Is this literally just the camp screen from before? Because I don't understand this. Like, I don't know. Like, someone explain this to me. There's literally, like, 3 different things you can customize about your character, and you can only customize them 4 times each, like 4 different ways each. And none of them are good. Like, none of them are, like, interesting. So it's like, why do we have so many options to camp? Or like to do that. I don't get it. It feels like there was supposed to be more. I don't know if they were hoping to add in like some DLC customization options. There's like some microtransactions. Maybe like, you know, you unlock stuff, but it seems unlikely to me that you would change.
Will you push on despite nature itself attempting to thwart you?
The fuck? It doesn't cost food to backtrack? Really? That's weird. Food's like way
The
less
mountain
useful
is
in this game then.
unforgiving. You would not be the first to die upon its peak.
Man, food used to be like the be-all end-all. When I played the first game, I would like
Witches
always...
I will tolerate. They have at least stepped into the streams of power that magicians call home.
As you ascend the snowy Mount Freitas, you happen upon a cottage with pungent smoke wafting out of the chimney. A frail old lady sweeping snow off the pack beckons you to come in. We've come in search... Oh, this is Malcalypse again. We've come in search of the great High Priestess to deliver an important message. Malcalypse. You'd better go bearing blessings if you want to get on the High Priestess's good side. I'm fixing a batch right now if you'd like a taste. If I've got it right this time, you can take it to her, she says, stirring the cauldron. Malcalypse politely declines. I've been watching what I eat, but my companion here has an insatiable appetite, he says, nudging you forward. They didn't like people having piles of food and full healing after every fight? Okay. Well, I mean, that's easy to fix. Just make it so food doesn't heal you when backtracking. But it still costs food to backtrack? It's like, it seems like really weird. Like, I have 26 food now. I don't give a shit. Like, it just... Hear me out. Why do I care about the food mechanic right now? You know what I mean? Like, it does nothing for me.
The table has changed.
And this feels like a mission where I should be starving for food.
Or death.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, we're in the snowy wastes. There's not... I don't know. Seems a bit odd to me. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, shit, eh? Gotta random it. Lucky 3. Pick again. Optionally reach any chance card gambits. That's really good, actually. Probably the best one. Take a sip of the aromatic potion and feel a warm, fuzzy feeling flowing through your body. Looks like my recipe's a success. I'm sure the High Priestess will appreciate this one. You thank the old lady and continue up Mount Freitas, paying no heed to the brewing blizzard.
A grand opportunity for you to take whatever
Yes,
pleases
I will
you
happily make a
and
donation.
go about your day.
Allies return. Revive your companion at the beginning of each new map. They can die? Huh. I don't care about any of these, though. They're all shit. I mean, more max life is in theory interesting. Let's just get Gold Zealot, I guess. Oh, that's the Ascension. Blizzard. Okay. One. Howling winds ease, you clear snow from cave entrance to discover the dark clouds have passed. I know, we can set up camp anytime, don't worry about it.
Each turns
Oh, the old maiden,
She
nice!
has done rather better than I in the time that has passed.
Walking through a shady forest, you encounter a frail old maiden. She stops to greet you. For centuries I've helped the mortals who find themselves lost in my forest. Is there anything that I may help you with on your journey? I don't care about any of this shit. Supplies is food. Longer life, max life. Healing. Gold. I mean, gold's all I ever really care about. But I mean, we get 6 when we go to the next place as is. Let's ask for... Yes. May you live long life. 10 max life. That's cool.
In your
Fork in the
life,
road.
you will have wandered endless intersections, yet this one sticks with you. Why? What is it in your memory that
Arrived at a
catches
signpost
ear?
detailing the possible path north and south. Apocalypse sniffs the air. My magical senses are pulling me toward the north. It smells like someone is baking cinnamon pie somewhere up ahead. Okay, so this is a really shitty card, Dino, but I get it. So what Fork in the Road does is it reveals... So it forces a situation where there are 2 possible other... Like, there's... Like, it's a 3-way. You know what I mean? Like, you come in from this side, and there would have been these 2. And then it reveals them. But, like, who gives a shit? I don't know,
am
man.
torn between
kind of a
my
weird card.
loathing for
very-
gnomes and my despair that the world is becoming less strange and arcane as the Empire spreads.
Halt, vile humans! Voice calls out as a dozen small creatures leap from the trees around you. Takes a moment to realize they're gnomes, dirty, poorly armed gnomes, few holding spears, but most only have a rock or sharpened stick. We seek arms to defend ourselves, a gnome declares loudly. Hand over some of your equipment and we'll release you. We can even pay you something. Wait, are you robbing me or buying from me? I'll give you some food for a helmet, one of the small folk claim. No, give me some armor, I'll give you a health potion, chimes in another. I don't have any of those things, sorry dude. Refusing the gnome's attack. Okay. The gnomes quickly retreat in the trees, peering at you from the shadows till you leave. Yeah, no, I mean, the gnome card also feels like complete garbage. Sudden blizzard slows your progress through Mount Freitas. Yep. Go. That combo's pretty good.
Old witches.
Further up the mountain, the
I
blizzard
have a
becomes so
fondness
intense.
for them, but I would not trust them.
You just said you liked witches. You barely see the tiny cottage engulfed in the snow. Old lady beckons you in. I've received word from my sister's hawk and have been expecting you. I may not be as skilled as her, but this blessing potion I've whipped up is my best yet. Think it's good enough to take to the High Priestess? She says, blowing the steam off a simmering bowl of thick liquid. I really couldn't, says Malaclips. Sorry. Patting his belly. Yeah, we're going for these. 1. Take it. +1 to each of your dice. Holy shit. Oh, we really needed that for Malclip's story. Take a sip of the aromatic potion to feel warm, fuzzy feeling. Looks like my recipe's a success. Betcha. Yeah. Oh, deep water. Nice. Whoa. M of Steel musket. Well, these guys are actually kind of tough this time. Well, we have a good chance of making this. I want to try doing the leap in the river, because I think we already have, like, good equipment. So I want to see what you get for this. Wait, it said 10. It said dice target 10 before. But now it's 12. What the fuck? Kinda weird. Through a combination of luck and skill, you manage to avoid the worst of the river's hazards. You emerge on the banks further downstream. That's it. Oh, that's so fucking shit. Like, okay. Blizzard, yeah, things happen. Very exciting. Very interesting mechanic. Let's go with 2. Oh, nice! Yes! Okay, good. Thank fuck. 10 gold first. Yeah, give him 10 gold. Hell yeah. I forgot we brought this, actually, but of course I would. Okay, test the skill. We're gonna eat the purple one. So we needed a 16 before. Now it's only 15. Is it random? Well, we're gonna re-roll all these because we have to. Oh. Failed it again. We were pretty close, though. Back and try again. Daisy's lower. Nice. That would make sense. These Blizzard cards are really exciting, guys. Having a blast.
Now the confrontation. Are you ready to face the priestess of her people?
Yeah, I need another
and drive
blessing.
the deal the Empire has requested? Or will you turn and flee?
Did we miss a blessing opportunity? 5 of 6. Maybe we can save another one of these guys? I don't know. Seems a bit tight. Because, like, that means if you fail any of the witches, which is pretty likely, you only have a 50% chance on the second witch. Right? I don't know, man. Seems odd to me, anyway. Let's just take this trapper out. Oh, okay, does this let me execute them after I hit them? Is that what the benefit is? Sorry, I want to attack this guy. The game had other plans, of course. There you go. Oh yeah, I think it just lets me execute them if I get a good hit off. That's kind of neat. Seems kind of bullshit, but it's still kind of neat. Maybe it's because they're weak to the sword, because it's Winterbane. Oh, hell yeah, we'll take the Bastion. Okay, it's a little slow. I think we're still going to try it, though. I mean, it looks really cool. What's happening here? What? Okay, we're unscathed. Dig him out. That was really weird. I feel like this game has, I forget what the technical term is for it. Something like load buffering or some shit like that. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's like, if you push a button while something else is happening, it just, like, holds on the fact you push that button, and then it, like, insta-skips whatever comes up, or, like, you know, it instantly inputs it. Because there's been a couple times where I haven't pushed a button, and it's like the text is gone. I'm like, weird. Sacrifice. Prior to the combat with 2 or more monster card, optionally discard a basic monster card, but lose your companion for 3 turns. Oh, okay. I assume a turn is just every time you walk on a tile you haven't explored? I will enter. The winds clear the dark clouds to reveal the spire of a ritual house protruding from the summit. You press on through thick snow to find the wooden structure adorned with spoils of war. As you enter the great hall, the towering arched doors swing open with a heavy creak. Input buffering. Yeah, that could be what it is. I honestly can't remember the technical term, sorry. A giantess in velvet robe enters, accompanied by raiders. Malcalypse bows low to the ground. My companion and I have been set forth to discuss a truce between the Empire and the Northerners, milady. So they send me a silver-tongued devil and his mercenary. She smirks. I hope for your sake you have a decent offering. You kneel before the High Priestess. We have two potions from witches. Your offering will suffice, says the giantess. But if you seek to make a deal on behalf of the Empire, you must prove yourself against my champion. That's fair. Oh. Raiders charge towards you. So I get to delete one of these, right? But I would have to get rid of... sacrifice your companion to discard a monster card. How good is our friend here? His active's pretty good. Let's try it. I assume Malcalypse is just singing to them and they got distracted. He got them all drunk or something like that. Okay, I mean, it's pretty cool looking. Fierce, loyal, and relentless. Champion of High Priestess. Berserker weapons are imbued with ice that slow their enemies' movements and attacks. Okay. Maybe we can take the trappers out first. One less thing to worry about. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. He's a parry guy. Didn't... Oh, God. Yeah, that is slow. Not a good. Very not a good. Alright, pal. Fine. We'll go toe-to-toe. Excuse me. I'll deal with your henchman. Let's try our super on this guy. Didn't really... Oh, it stunned him or something? I think it, like, stunned him. Oh, that's slow, though. Play it safe, play it safe. Thankfully, the hit detection in this game is really wonky. Oh, God. Hurts. It's so real. Oh, I hit the dodge button, but he didn't. I love that scream as the guy went off. Okay. Alright, okay, pal. Calm down, buddy. Thankfully, your dodge is not slowed down for some reason. It's kind of weird. Guess the game doesn't want to punish you that hard. Executed! That's a really cool champion you have here. Let me murder him and leave your people defenseless and in chaos. You've done well. Now hear my terms. The High Priestess draws herself up, a towering figure draped in fur and wrath. The North will never bend to the Empire. Blood for blood for blood for blood for the Blood God. Those are my terms, small one. Let your leaders hear it and quake. With that, you make a quick descent to relay the message back to General Brandstorm. Suboptimal. The Humble Hammer. I like the sound of that. Winter Solstice. The Burning Building. Temple Prayers. That's a really good one. Definitely going to be bringing that every time. Supplies are being added. What? I don't really know what that means. For ascending Mount Freitas, your supplies are being added to? Oh, does that mean I start with that every mission now? How many viewers do you need for Twitch integration to work? I don't know. Oh, this game's Twitch integration. I have no idea. Sorry, dude. Ooh, Shrine. That's a cool one. I mean, even if it wasn't, like, fancy looking. We can try it, I guess. Next time I play this game, we'll check it out. Well, I guess we can check it out now at the end. Because I'm probably going to be calling it now-ish. But yeah, you're gonna need your stuff. So vote on gifts and vote during chance minigame. Seems like it'll be kind of boring, actually. It's just you guys probably voting on what I pick. I don't know. Maybe that's cool. I'm not sure, actually. I don't know if it is or not. Let's look at the Empress, though. So 10, 8, and 1. Oh, I can take a supply with me now. That's cool. That's cool. Wow. There's a token on this for some reason, though. Not sure why. That's neat. That's a very neat, a weird mechanic. Shrine seems really cool. So what would we want? Temple Prayers is a really good one. We want Malcalypse's Problem. Pickpocket. More arm wrestling is neat, I guess. One of the options allows us to fuck you over or help you out. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's cool. Well, there would be some massive kappas then. I mean, I guess you just do it like that, right? On equipment. Do you have to take 8? Like, actually have to? I like the Winter's Bane. I like the Cardinal Blade. That was pretty good. That guy's good. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I'm gonna say... I don't think we'll take the Cardinal Blade because Humble Hammer probably has Armor Breaker, right? Oh, that's a knockdown Northerner special ability. Well, we don't know if we're up against Northerners. So. Oh, yeah, we are, actually. So. I like at the top a lot how it shows, here, right here. How it shows like you're facing Northerners, so like when we mouse over something that like affects them, you can see it like lights up. That's really cool. So I think that's probably going to be what we roll with. But either way, I think I'm going to call it for now. Sorry, guys. Might be back on later, might not. We'll see. But if I don't see you again tonight, y'all take it easy, and I will see you tomorrow, as hopefully always. I used to always say that, but then recent times came up and things got weird and hard and all that kind of crazy shit. But I'm hoping we're getting back into the swing of things. Late night video. We're here to stay, man. You know, we did 2 years, 2.5 years or something like that. Then we took a little break and now we're back. So, see y'all, yeah, either later or tomorrow or something like that. Peace.